appreciate you all being here. We'll ask for a roll call by Chris Davis, and then we'll jump in.
If here, please say here. Secretary Redding.
Here.
Darrell Brenheiser.
Present.
Sarah Altapanda. Tom Ellis. Dennis Hoffman.
Here.
Russell Jones. Robert Lark.
Here.
Michelle Reddy.
Here.
Corinne Sweeney.
Here.
Paula Vitz.
Here.
We have quorum.
Okay. Thank you, Chris. Let me do just a couple of introductions on the front side. I want to formally welcome and recognize Commissioner Paula Vitz. We announced her last time, and I think maybe not fully seated at that moment, but you are now. So welcome back. Welcome. Thank you for your service. We have, over the last month, been very fortunate to have Chris Davis, who's the Deputy Secretary, step in as our sort of guide here for the Commission work. In addition, we have Walt Remmer, who formerly with the Commission stepped in as our acting Standardbred. And we have Nancy Alicia, who's our acting Thoroughbred Director. Nancy's at Prescott Downs as well. So, so we're in that process of hiring, of course, and you may have seen the notice on the horse and harness racing director. So we're in that process, and the Commission continues to meet on that. So for announcements, I'll just note that today's meeting was properly advertised in accordance with the Sunshine Law, and by way of announcement, an executive session was conducted immediately after the May 26th meeting to brief the Commission on a personnel matter. No official action was taken. This morning, the Commission conducted an executive session to engage in quasi-judicial deliberation to be adjudicated at a public meeting. No official action was taken. So with that, Commissioners, you have before you the public meeting minutes of April 28th and May 26th. We'll take these individually. So do we have a motion, please, to approve the April 28th?
So move, Commissioner Lark.
Commissioner Lark, thank you. Do we have a motion? I'm sorry, a second. Commissioner Brenheiser on the second. Discussion of this motion? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the motion, which is the April 28th meeting minutes, say aye.
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 Those opposed, the same sign. Any abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you. How about a motion for the May 26th meeting minutes?
So moved.
Dr. Sweeney on the motion, and Commissioner Vitz on the second. Discussion of this motion? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the motion say aye.
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 Those opposed, the same sign. Any abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, we'll go to the presentations. Nikki, you're going to guide us through the financial report for May, right?
For May.
Got it.
As of May 31st, 2026, the beginning cash balance for the state racing fund was $2,951,247. Revenue brought in during that month was $1,670,548. Expenditures were totaling $1,614,946, leaving an ending cash balance of $3,006,849. The commission statement, which follows, shows total revenue was $650,216. Personnel costs were $533,598, with operating costs totaling $26,439, bringing the total for the commission expenses to $560,037. Revenue for testing was $1,020,332. Personnel costs were $466,119, with operating costs of $424,311, bringing total expenses to $890,430. On 2 promotions, there were no revenue since there is a one-time transfer that's usually in July or August. Under expenditures, we have $149,751. Leaves total expenditures for the entire year of $1,041,252. The comparative year-to-date of the revenue and expenses for the month of May 2026 versus 2025. The total revenue for 2026 was $20,926,169 versus $17,640,730, which is about 19% increase. The majority of the increase is a reflection in the non-tax revenue, which was an increase through the fiscal code for the resource development transfer. Personnel costs are up about 6% from $10,869,000 versus $10,235,000 from 2025, mostly due to the new union contract that was with ASME. Total operations were $9,199,000 versus $9,962,000 last year, with a 8% decrease. The total decrease is because of testing and the fact that industrial is we're still invoicing and we're going through that process. Total expenditures for 2026 are $20,669,000 versus $20,198,000. About a 1% decrease for the reasons stated above. The remaining financial statements represent the activities in raising 3 restricted accounts: Thoroughbred Fund, Standardbred Fund, and the Sire States Program. Any questions?
Any questions for Nikki on the May financials? No? Okay, great, thank you. All right, Chris, on the HISA update?
We're continuously working with HISA and HIWU for all of our needs and regulatory obligations to them. We've been almost on a weekly phone call with them, speaking with Lisa and Ben Mosier to continue moving us forward. Obviously, if you have not seen the news, the Fifth Circuit Court had mentioned about the unconstitutionality of it. We are still operating as we have in the past and continuing through, in the expectation of an appeal coming in for that as well. But we continuously did work with them, and they've been providing us a lot of open communication over the past month.
Give the little insight just on the PETRL and the lab.
Yeah, so in terms of the PETRL lab and the suspension right now, we've been working very closely with them again to try and get ourselves back into our HELA accreditation. On June 19th, the next layer of documents that needed to be sent to HIWU were sent. They are reviewing. Dr. Hardy there, along with his lab team, is going to be reviewing, hopefully here by mid-July, excuse me, and then in preparation for a visit and an audit following after that being done. So again, lots of good communication. They've been very open with us in terms of getting us back online there. We are hoping that we can continue to move that process forward.
Thank you. Okay, speaking of PETRL.
There we go. I think that's about it
all right.
there, yeah.
Okay. Any questions, commissioners, from not only the HISA, the PETRL suspension? You're comfortable with where we are? We're sort of that 1 year mark, right? We passed the anniversary of
July.
Sorry?
July 8th, that will be the one.
July 8th will be. So we've been at this for the year, as anybody knows. Torturous process. Take a lot of time of former managers, current managers to sort of make this work. I think Dr. Robinson has been fully engaged in trying to satisfy whatever request there is coming from HISA and HIWU. So fingers crossed. I mean, I think we're at the moment we thought we would be on the original timeline, which was satisfaction of all of the testing and documentation stuff from Dr. Robinson back to the HISA team, right? HIWU team. So hopefully we can get this resolved here in the next couple of months. Okay, with that, administrative actions. Chris, you want to, or George?
These are just the typical motions.
Okay, so we'll just present.
You just
Yep.
ask for a motion.
Okay, so you see the motion to approve the simulcast calendars for July for Harris, Philadelphia, Mohegan Sun, Pocono Downs, and the Meadows. So I have a motion to approve this, please.
So moved.
Second. Yep. Mr. Brennheiser and Mr. Hoffman on the motion and second. Discussion of this motion. Hearing none, those in favor of approving the motion say aye.
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 Those opposed, the same sign. Any abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you. A motion, please, to approve the simulcast calendars for July 2026 for Parks, Penn National, and Presque Isle Downs. Motion, please. Commissioner Vitz on the motion. Do we have a second? Okay. Michelle Ruddy. The challenge of this spot is I want to call like first names. I can't do that. Commissioner Ruddy, thank you. Discussion. Hearing none, those in favor of the motion say aye.
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 Those opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you. And third, motion to ratify the acting Thoroughbred Director Davis's approval for Presque Isle Downs to cancel live racing on Wednesday, August 12th. Do we have a motion?
So moved, Commissioner Martin.
Commissioner Lark on the motion. Do we have a second? Commissioner Ruddy on the second. Discussion. Hearing none, those in favor of approving the motion say aye.
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 Those opposed, the same sign. Any abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you. And final, not final. I've got a motion to approve the Meadows request to conduct a pick 3 wager on Meadows Day, July 25th, 2026. Motion, please.
So moved.
Commissioner Brennheiser on the motion. Do I have a second? Commissioner Vitz on the second. Discussion. Hearing none, those in favor of approving the motion say aye.
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 Those opposed, the same sign. Any abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you. And then final, George, if you don't mind.
Sure, I'll take number 10. This is the delegation of duties to the acting directors for Bureau of Thoroughbred and Standardbred horse racing. With your permission, I'll read one order which will be applicable to both individuals, Nancy Alicia and for Walter Remmer, and then I'll ask for one motion on the matter. And now this 30th day of June 2026, pursuant to section 9311D1 of the Race Horse Industry Reform Act, it is hereby ordered that the following individuals are authorized to discharge the day-to-day licensing, enforcement, and administrative operations of the commission, including but not limited to making initial decisions regarding appeals of hearings coming before the commission, review, approve, and coordinate budgetary matters with the department, and exercise all other powers and duties expressly enumerated in section 9311D3 of the Act. Notwithstanding the above, the commission shall retain the exclusive and final regulatory authority and jurisdiction over the conduct of horse racing and all pari-mutuel wagering activities within the Commonwealth as expressly set forth in the Act. This delegation order is subject to the Commission's ongoing review and approval and may be modified at any time by the Commission, and that can be taken as a motion, please.
One motion?
One motion for both Walter Remmer and Nancy Alicia.
Okay, thank you. You've heard
So
the.
moved,
Thank you.
Commissioner Mark.
Commissioner Lark, thank you. So we have a motion. We have a
Second, Sweeney.
Second, Dr. Sweeney on the second discussion of this motion.
Can I ask a question? How long are we doing this for?
Let us take the motion. We'll come back to your question.
Well, I don't want you to prove it till we find out how long we're gonna do
Well,
it.
that's the question for the commission.
Right.
Okay.
On the table. Right.
On the table. So your motion, the second. Right? Got the second. Hearing no discussion, all those in favor of the motion say aye.
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 Those opposed, the same sign. Any abstentions, motion carries. As short a time as possible. We have, I'll just sort of, again, this is probably a good spot to say, we've got, I'm very fortunate to have acting folks in place. We have done the announcement, we've received applications, we're reviewing those applications real time. Our hope is in the month of July that we'll be both reviewing and interviewing, and then be able to come back to the commission, ideally end of July at the next meeting, or at the latest in August. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. All right, so that's all the administrative actions, correct? How about the adjudications?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This matter comes before the commission pursuant to an appeal filed by owner Donald Saban. The Board of Stewards at Presque Isle Downs disqualified Appellant's horse Showdown King in the second race on September 24th, 2025, and placed Showdown King from first place to second place because the stewards concluded that Showdown King interfered with another horse, denying that horse the opportunity for a higher placement. On September 25th, 2025, appellant appealed the steward's decision requesting a hearing and supersedeas. A hearing was scheduled and conducted on April 21st, 2026. The parties presented closing arguments and waived post-hearing briefs. The evidentiary record was closed on May 14th, 2026, with the submission of the transcript of the hearing. This matter is now ripe for adjudication. You have now had an opportunity to review the proposed adjudication, a transcript of the hearing, as well as the video of the race in question. The following is a proposed order for this commission's consideration. And now, this 30th day of June, 2026, upon consideration of the testimony and exhibits of record in this matter, it is hereby ordered that the steward's determination concerning the second race on September 24th, 2025, that the horse Showdown King committed interference and was disqualified from first place to second place is hereby affirmed, and that can be taken as a motion.
Okay, thank you. Do you have a motion? Okay, Commissioner Redding on the motion. Do you have a second, please?
Second, Sweeney.
Mr. Sweeney, thank you. On the second discussion of this motion/order. Hearing none, of those in favor of approving the motion say aye.
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 Those opposed, the same sign. Any abstentions? Motion carries. Thank you. Okay,
General
industry reports.
As a reminder, as you come up to provide your report, please say your name, spell your name for a stenographer, and give your report. We'll start with our racing directors. Michael Carter.
Morning, Commissioners. Michael Carter, M-I-C-H-A-E-L, Carter, C-A-R-T-E-R. We'll start with Adios Day. That's coming up on Saturday, July 25th, with elimination Saturday, July 18th. We will be on CBS Sports Network from 5 to 6 p.m. with the Adios going at 5:42. We do have several promotions scheduled for that day, including prize drawings. We're going to work with Express Bet on some of our handicapping contests and things of that sort. We're working with the MSOA on some items as well. As far as the heat is concerned, we met with the MSOA this morning at 8:30 with our backstretch committee. We continue to monitor the heat index and temperatures, but the decision was made by everyone in attendance to go ahead at 12:45 on both Wednesday and Thursday with hoses available in the paddock. I verified that before leaving this morning. The MSOA is going to provide water for all the participants involved. We will have shortened post parades, and this is obviously subject to change if the weather changes at all. We're constantly watching that, but that's all from that.
Thank you so much, Mr. Carter.
So can I ask, so your point about having water available, is that not normal?
Not, they're going to have bottled water for the caretakers and whatnot. We normally have the track kitchen open, but we will have free water Wednesday through Saturday for all the participants.
For the horses?
That's correct, yes.
Thank you so much. Brad Cobb from Pocono Downs.
Brad wasn't able to make it today. When I come up for the horseman, he sent me something to say, so.
Appreciate it. Barry Brown from Harris.
Thank you. Barry Brown, B-A-R-R-Y-B-R-O-W-N, Director of Racing Operations, Harris, Philadelphia. With our Invitational Sunday Day, we did over $1 million So it ended up being, despite the weather wasn't great, never really rained, but it was overcast and kind of a little bit of an ugly day, but it ended up great with doing over $1 million. We had a terrific Father's Day 2 Sundays ago, a lot of entertainment on our patio, so it was a great crowd, great weather, and we too are monitoring the heat for racing later this week. We'll make some decisions in the next day or so in cooperation with the PHHA. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Joe Wilson from Parks.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Joe Wilson, Joewilson. Only thing to report on right now is the heat, obviously. Tomorrow we bumped our post time up 2 hours to 10:40 to get that card in before it gets really bad. And then unfortunately Thursday was our first happy hour racing in July. We had a scheduled post of 5 p.m., which will probably be the hottest. So, talking with our horsemen, everyone involved, we did cancel that race card. So just looking forward to next week. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wilson. Scott Lisha from Penn National.
Thank you very much. Scott Lisha, SCOTTLISHIA. I actually had my first 10 mile here a few weeks back, and it was a wonderful evening. We kind of got hit with some scratches later on in the card, but we still had our third highest handle ever, over $4 million. So it was a great evening. Unfortunately, I was there. I was sent home sick, but that's okay. Everybody, the staff and everybody did a great job. Moving into this week, we have adjusted our post times as well. On Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to go with a 6:30 post time. Friday night, we have our annual Camels, Ostrich, Zebras, and My racing. We pushed that back to 6 o'clock right now. Obviously, this is fluid. So as everyone knows, and we're all watching the weather, we'll monitor it, we'll have communications, we're working closely with Dr. Marshall, as well as with the HVPA, and we'll take it day by day. And if we have to cancel, we have to cancel. But we're making every preparation to try to get through this so that it's 4th of July weekend and it's hot. So one other item, many of you know him, Dr. Pack, our track veterinarian, is dealing with some health issues right now. He's been out for about a week. He will continue to be out for some time. But if anybody wants to reach out to him with some good wishes, it would be nice. We have been filling the void with some other veterinarians, and we're working through that on a kind of weekly basis. If you know anybody, send me the number. But thank you. That's about it.
We were going to ask you the same thing.
I'm sorry?
We were going to ask you the same thing.
Well, maybe we can figure something out. But thank you all very much.
Thank you, Scott. Give our best to Dr. Pat when you speak to him.
Will do.
Matt Enos from Presque Isle. Do we have Matt? No report from Matt today. Moving into our horsemen's organization.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, there you are.
I apologize.
No worries.
Can you hear me?
We can. You're good.
Okay, I apologize. Matthew Ennis, M-A-T-T-H-E-W, last name E-N-N-I-S, Senior Director of Operations at Presque Isle Downs. We're about 5 weeks in our season. We're down about 13% year over year in our handle. We, like everyone else, are paying attention to the heat here the next few days. I did alter our post time on Thursday or Friday for a local community to 12:30, so that certainly will help us get off our Tapeta surface that much quicker that day. We do plan on racing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with attention to the weather. We have a T-Rex race coming up on Friday, so local communities are really looking forward to it, but we're very careful with our athletes and our jockeys. So hope to get through this week. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving into our horsemen's organizations. Mike Haran.
Mike Harant, that's H-A-R-A-N-T, with the PHHA.
and I guess today also Pocono. Brad Cobb just wanted me to say that sorry he couldn't make it, but he had to, I don't know what he had, so I'm not even gonna lie what it was. They just started their Sunday night racing. They've had some weather challenges, but Father's Day was very good for that. We're about a month and a half away out from our big day in Pocono. I'll say the same word that everybody else is saying, heat. We lucked out that we don't race in Pocono and that the mountain air makes it a little better, but Chester might be a challenge on Thursday and Friday. So we're monitoring that, as Barry said. Other than that, I don't have anything to report.
Thank you, Mike. Donnell Mock.
Donnell Mock, D-A-W-N-E-L-E-M-O-C-K. Like Michael said, we're just getting ready for Adios. We recently had a great father and son race on Father's Day, or the day before Father's Day, so it was a nice day. We also did a bicycle race with our drivers, so it was a great day. We had good weather. We're also doing inflatable races this Friday, so we're excited for that to celebrate 4th of July. And then just getting ready for Adios, and we're monitoring the heat with Michael, so that's it though.
Thank you. Todd Mosteller.
No report.
Todd, do we have you online? Sorry, no report, I apologize. Thank you. Jeff Matty.
No report.
Thank you. Moving into our Breeders' Associations. Is Mike or Jim here from the Standardbred?
A-E-S-I-N-P-S-O-N, no report today.
Report. All right, thank you. And Brian Sanfratello.
Brian Sanfratello, B-R-I-A-N-S-A-N-F-R-A-T-E-L-L. Good afternoon, Mr. Secretary, Commissioners, and staff. On your handout, on page 2, slot revenue, up to and including the end of May, we are down $775,000. We had our second annual yearling show on the 20th, and it was a great day. Last year was like 95 degrees. This year was only about 79, which was fantastic. Our guest judge was Rick Abbott, and Mr. and Mrs. Riddle took both our champion and our reserve champion awards. We had the grand champion was a filly by Golden Lag, and our reserve champion was a filly by Cloud Computing. And then we'll be setting up for next year. Lastly, you have a copy of the Mid-Atlantic Thoroughbred for July and August in your packet. And if you go to the last page, you will see that on Pennsylvania Day of Races. And it will be on July 18th, we're all invited. I think you already got an invitation, but if not, you can use the barcode at the bottom of that page and sign up or call me directly. Everyone is invited. It should be a fantastic day. We'll have over $1 million in purses and awards and 4 $100,000 stakes races. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Just a quick note, thanks to all the directors, the horsemen's organizations and breeders as we've been going through some of the transition. You guys have been very helpful in reaching out and making sure we're doing what we need to do. So thank you all for doing this. Appreciate it.
Okay, you're good. All right, Dr. William Watt, public comment.
Brian, B-R-Y-A-N, Langlois, L-A-N-G-L-O-I-S. Thank you again for the opportunity to provide a little bit of public comment. Gonna revisit some of the things that the fans and handicappers have been asking for a while, and maybe if the commission can give some updates on it at a future meeting. The first is what we've requested, a rule or regulation being put in that if a horse at any point, on the thoroughbred side, because my understanding this is already a rule on the standardbred side, if a horse at any point from the paddock to the starting gate flips and lands on their head, side, or back, they are an automatic scratch. We saw this actually happen in the Derby with one horse who flipped and it was an automatic scratch. So if those rules could potentially be looked at, it would go a long way towards ensuring the safety of the horses. The second is something that I think we've been asking for throughout the country, but is switching the rules of interference from Category 2 to Category 1. This has been explored at a couple of tracks now for at least a little bit. From a fairness standpoint, there's a lot of us that feel that it provides actually more fair rulings and true, not so much just a foul's foul. It's done in Europe and other places and is done very well. And the final one, at last month's meeting, when the Standardbred organization came up and was talking about getting information as far as tracking injuries and things like that on the Standardbred side, it kind of went along and it was mentioned that the stewards' reports at all the tracks exist. These are reports that are done by the stewards at the end of every day, explaining some of their decisions, explaining why things were done. What we've been asking for a long time now is that those reports be made public. Handicappers put a lot of money into this game, and when a decision is made or a decision is reversed or a decision is questioned, I'll be honest, not everybody's ever always going to agree with it. I mean, there's winners and losers, but what we do want to see is what went into that decision and why. We're just really interested in hearing about what the stewards were thinking, what they saw, and yeah, it's probably, again, people are going to argue about it and stuff like that, but this is done in other states, and if the reports exist, I don't see why they can't be made public. And if they can't be made public, if there's a reason, we ask the commission just to come out and state why they can't be made public. If there's some sort of reasoning behind it, this way you don't have to listen to me get up here every 6 months and ask for it. But those were the 3 comments I had, so thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, announcements, again, on the agenda, just to underscore to the question on the positions. I mean, we're in the active search mode. The application period closed on last Friday? Saturday. So they're under review. Commission has the applications. We're working with our HR team on review to make sure folks will meet the qualifications and get some discussion among the commission on the required list of candidates. And our hope is that we can work through the month of July on those candidates and interviews, virtual, in person, and keep this process moving. That's our commitment. To Mr. Beagle's question earlier, we want to conclude this as quickly as we can, right? So we're going to work through the summer, July and through the summer, particularly knowing that we've got once you get an offer, it's going to take a little while to get somebody here, but I want to get this done as quickly as we can. In the meantime, we're very grateful that Deputy Secretary Chris Davis has stepped in. Not that he didn't have enough to do before, but stepped up to help us here, and certainly Walt Remmert and Nancy Alicia helping us out as the acting directors of both Standardbred and Thoroughbred. With that, I'll note
Good question.
Yes, Brian.
Mr. Secretary, was the contact information for the new director sent out? I don't think I got it.
We'll double check it. There was a correspondence that went out with both Nancy and my contact information. I don't know how inclusive the email list was, so we'll go back and double check.
Thank you.
And we'll recirculate it.
And then just a final note, I mean, we're hoping to have Sal DeBunda here. Commissioner DeBunda has served on the commission for 10 years. We were hoping to have him in person, either in the meeting or at least online, to thank him. He had issued his sort of resignation letter to the commission several months ago, effective the end of June, today. And unfortunately, we not do not have Sal with him. So we'll pick a moment here somewhere in the future to do that. Sal has been, with us every step of the way. I mean, everybody here knows Sal DeBunda and sort of his passion for this industry and work and his willingness to ask tough questions along the way. We appreciated his work. We'll get a chance to sort of honor him at a future meeting. But we have a plaque to recognize him for 10 years on the commission, and we'll present that hopefully at the next meeting. So, okay. Any other announcements? If not, July 28th is the next commission meeting. And again, just a note of thanks to Ryan and Nicole and the team for keeping everything moving here with our acting roles and responsibilities. So with that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
And everybody said?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right, thanks everybody.